I believe that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in the eventide that David rose up from his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. Someone say beautiful. Very beautiful. There was no tea. Beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? And David sent messengers and took her. And she came into him and lay with her. For she was purified from her uncleanness and returned unto her house. Bible language. I hope you understand what happened there. She slept with her, right? Bible language. It does not say it. You know, Bible is like it's like Facebook. It's censored. You don't have some word I cannot use on Facebook. If you say key, you say bye. And you don't use the F word. So Bible does not have, Bible have censoring. I'm telling you the truth. There are some words we not use. It's not to say he slept with the woman. He say, and he knew her. That's what Bible. You say we knew her. So now I expect that you now use your knowledge to decode. Like, you know, when husband and wife is talking in marriage, children are there, they will say some things that children only them understand. People talk to people and people understand. It's in secondary school in Sapele. Those days. Only why you laughing like that? But from intelligent children, they will still know what that mommy is saying. As they are growing, Ado is laughing. Once I just say like that, Ado will just add 1 + 1. We just draw the line. And where did you get that from? Verse what now? Verse 5. Are you still in service? Are you enjoying God's presence? And the woman conceived. That woman in verse 4. She now conceived, became pregnant, and sent and told David, Oga, I am with child. The exam you wrote, the result is out. And David sent to Joab. He replied the woman, oh. He just let the woman. He now sent to Joab, not even the woman's husband, the captain of his army, the general, 5-star general. He now said to him, he said, Joab, hey, send me Uriah the Hittite, the husband of that woman that just sent a message that he's pregnant for me. Send me the husband. See life. And Uriah came fast. And David demanded of him to know of how Joab did and how the people of God did and how the war was prospering. Verse 8. And then he said to Uriah, go down to your house, wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat. Suya. Keleshi. Followed Uriah. He had meat with him. Meat. Serious meat. But Uriah did not go to his house. Verse 9. Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of the Lord. He slept at the gate of the king. He didn't go. And when they told David, verse 10, saying, Uriah did not go down to his house. So David said to Uriah, comest thou not from a journey? You came from battle. Now I said you go to your house. Should you still go? Of course, you know what David was trying to do, right? So let me stop there. Destiny destroyers. Part 1. This is part 1. Sunday we handle the part. I'll just take some things and then let's see how we can rope the service. Okay? Destiny what? Yeah, destiny destroyers. Many a times when the Bible relates negative experiences to us, it's not so that we copy it. Even when it is in the life of great people that God has chosen and God has used, it doesn't mean we should copy it. The reason why God put it there is not for copy, is that we should learn the lessons that are attached to it. So he said, polygamy is in the Bible. I said, no problem. Polygamous will still go to heaven. I said, that's for God to judge. No pastor can say who will enter heaven or not. Because in heaven we'll all be surprised on that day. Because even the thief on the cross, condemned by society, was in paradise with Jesus Christ on the same day. Am I correct? So it's you that know whether you settle with God before you die. I don't have to predict those go to heaven, go to hell. In fact, even if a pastor prays And you as a person, because of your atrocity, you now died. Actually, judgment came upon you. But we still don't have the right to determine whether you went to heaven, because we don't know whether after God has sent judgment to you, you now made peace with God at the last minute. Are you here with me? Yes. So it's possible. We don't want to know. But when you look at the Bible, every man who was polygamous, did you see the story? The battles that came by being polygamous. Abraham was one of them. He slept with his maids. He slept with Ekite. Sorry. He slept with his maid. Did you see the result? Did he go where? No. A time came, they got. Problem started. Are you here? Problem what? Started. If that's your name, please don't be offended. You are hearing me now. I just said something. Problem start. You see that now, as long as Ishmael was born, that the maid now had no respect for Abraham's wife. The maid was now measuring up with madam of the house. That they had to send the woman a child away. Did you understand? So you could see that despite God blessed Abraham, that aspect of his life, by reason of the battle initiated, he started having shaking. He had that shaking. And the problem about this is that you will not have to live with that thing for the rest of your life. Okay, let's go to Solomon, the one that was very strong. Solomon also was very strong. How many wives? So Bible said Solomon loved the Lord and God blessed him. But at the end of the Bible said Solomon loved strange women and they turned his heart to idol. We see the consequences. So it is not for us to copy. It's for us to what? Learn the lessons. So that we will not serve God and suffer what they suffered. They may end up in heaven, but they went through earth's fire. People going to heaven can go through earth fire because of destiny destroyers. You know why? No matter how you serve God, if there are actions, there will be consequences. If there are actions, there will be reactions. No matter how prayerful you are, there will be. Once there is sowing, there must be reaping. Genesis 8 verse 22. It says, as long as the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, this and that will not cease. So it's a permanent law. Are you still here? So their destiny what? The first destiny destroyer, quickly, is pleasure in the midst of battle. When you are enjoying pleasure, or you like pleasure in the midst of battle, there's time for everything. No, there's time for pleasure. Christians have fun; they have fun. But the problem now is that when you're supposed to be praying, you should not be having fun. We are supposed to be playing. You should not be reading. We are supposed to be reading. You're supposed to be playing as a student. That's how to succeed. There are people who are first class. They see play basketball, play football. It is not coming to church that makes people to fail. It's because they could not plan their life where they couldn't balance it. He said, why are you not coming to the church? He said, because my studies. I want to focusing on studies and come to church is not the issue. It's not why you're having poor results. How many hours do you spend in church? Sunday like this 3 hours. Friday is 2 hours. Am I correct? That's all for the week. So how are you not using that as an excuse? Why were you not in church? Because I went to school. Because no. It's because you don't have to plan your life well. And one service a week will make you a weak Christian. You are taking church at Sunday Panadol. There is time for pleasure. But the issue is that when you now you like pleasure in the midst of battle. Your house is on fire. Your roof is on fire. You are entertaining pleasure. You are writing an exam the next day. You are entertaining pleasure. You look at your life. There are battles around your life. You are still seeking pleasure. You want to be comfortable, but yet you want change. Don't understand that you cannot change your life in a comfort zone. God will have to take you out, put you in a place whereby you'll be uncomfortable, because that's the only place you can grow. But you like pleasure. When kings go to war, David was at home. That's the first mistake David made. The real mistake was not sleeping with Bathsheba. He was at the right place at the wrong time. He was walking on rooftop when Joab and Uriah were in the battle and were fighting. David was having fun of his life. Sunday, you're supposed to be in church, but you are not in church. You are visiting friends. You are moving around, parapulating. Service is going on. Where were you at that time? It's a question. And you are saying my life is not moving forward. God said this is the reason. You are at the right place. It is not wrong for you to be at home, but it is wrong for you to be at home when service is going on. It's not wrong for you to cook or go to market, but it is wrong for you to cook and go to market at the time of worship. It's not wrong for you to eat in the morning, but not on the day you're supposed to fast. Pleasure. You like pleasure. You like pleasure. Pleasure. Kings are going to war. They were at home having the time of his life. That was what led him into the temptation. If he was in war front, he will not be there. He won't see the woman. Because even if Bathsheba bathed fully naked and David was not home, he wouldn't have fallen for that temptation. When you are in the right place at the wrong time, wrong things will begin to happen. They will happen cheaply. No matter how you are strong, you will find yourself doing them. The things you say you will not do, you will find yourself doing them. You like pleasure in the midst of battle. Pleasure. So small money enters your hand, you have become very arrogant. Small money. You know why I call it small money? It's big for you, but you don't understand that money can finish. That money can be overtaken. Somebody else can do times 10 of that. You are feeling that you have arrived. Amos chapter 6 verse 1. It says, woe to them that are eased in Zion. You are so relaxed, very relaxed. You can see it in you. You're just taking life like as if it's not serious thing. No serious engagement. No serious prayers. No serious fasting. No serious giving. You are just relaxed. If people are worried that you're not worried. There is storm coming. You are relaxed. Your hands are folded. You are having bad dreams in the night. You can't still wake up and pray. We are praying, church. We are saying we are praying too much. Whereas you are the one that need prayer most. Destroyers of destiny. Number 2. Tarrying instead of moving. Now, you are staying instead of moving. God is not a monument. It's not a museum. God is a movement. He's always moving. The spirit blurs where it's listed. Nobody can tell where it's coming from or where it's going to. Don't be found where God used to be. Be found where God is going to. So you should not stay in one place and expect things to change. Stagnation makes you to take the color of that situation. Once water stays in the place without flowing, what happens? You see algae, fungi, bacteria start growing on it. You are still sharing testimony of last 3 years. I can fast. When did you fast last at that? It was 3 years ago. You are stagnant. You are in one place. People are moving around. They are looking for new levels. You are just contented as well. Just relax. I can't kill myself. Brother, you can kill yourself. Listen to me carefully. Life is only 2 sides. Only what? Yes, there are 2 sides. Only 2 sides. The first side is risk. Second side is regret. It's either you risk it or you regret. If you want to avoid regret, you must learn how to grow. You must learn to grow your situation. That is the only way to take your place in front in destiny. But if you are staying, you are too relaxed. The only time God has told disciples to tarry Of course, it's in the scriptures. He said, tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until ye be endued with power. And they prayed for this. They prayed until the day of Pentecost. Alright? They prayed on the day of Pentecost. And the Holy Ghost came upon them. And they were endued. When you check Acts the apostles after them again, these apostles that were the upper room, they're not scattered. In fact, Bible said he called disciples to himself that he will train them and send them out. So there is a little period of staying in one place. You have more time to spread. You are too comfortable. You are too comfortable. So there's time to tarry. There's time to move. David tarried. What was he waiting for? There were many wars to fight, many kingdoms to conquer, but David was relaxed. He was waiting. There are some waiting that are wasting. As you are waiting, when you wait beyond the time, you are no longer waiting. You are now wasting. Opportunities are passing you by. This is what disrupts destiny. Because some waitings are actually delayed obedience. Delayed what? I used to hear. Delayed what? You are waiting on God. It's actually delayed obedience most times. You are waiting to take your time to analyze and negotiate with divinity. What he has commanded, you want to negotiate. Can't we find a way around it? Can't I do it later? And God is saying now, urgency now, emergency now. You say no, later. Are you aware that procrastination is the thief of time? Is the only of time. And whatever is time is destiny. So it is good to say that procrastination is the thief of destiny. Procrastination is the grave in which opportunities are buried. You are pushing it forward. There are some things you can never push forward. You must do them now, today. Paul said today is the day of salvation because we are not sure of tomorrow. We are not sure. Don't be like that king in Acts the Apostle that said to Paul, you almost persuade me to be a Christian. What kind of language is that? Almost. Why can't you just become? He said almost. Almost. They're both. They're almost Christians. Almost believers. They are not. They are very close to making almost. Never fully persuaded. Almost. Contemplation is of completion. Contemplation. Waiting is only for training. After that, you should be moving in life. Can I say this to you? You only grow through the things you go through. You only grow through the things what? You go through. The only process of growth is the passage of the things you go through. Exodus chapter 14 verse 15. God said to Moses, tell the children of Israel, despite there is a Red Sea in front, despite there is Pharaoh chasing them back, tell them to go forward. God has never told them to go backward. Go forward, upward, go onward, never backward. The third destroyer of destiny because of time is lust. Lust. L-U-S-T. Not L-O-S-T. Lust. The lady was beautiful to look upon. Very beautiful to look upon. Can I say this to you? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty most time is because of the contents. Sorry, because of the container. Because of the exterior. Can I say this to you? Every exterior changes with situation and weather. No matter how good the paint of a car is, once you're exposed to sun and rainfall, the force of nature act on it, the color will start changing. So when you see a lady, it's good to see a man and say you are handsome, a woman and say you are beautiful. But the truth is that, is it sustainable? Most times people say I love you, they actually say I love the clothes you are wearing. Don't be fooled. So you have to find out, is it because the way I am dressed today? Because are you aware? There are some clothes people wear, they look very nice, but remove the clothes. Yeah. That's why I told you, if you want to marry a girl, don't tell her you are coming. And don't come in the afternoon. Come early morning. When she has not brushed, no makeup. Are you going to say now? Where you can see her the way she is, the real person. See that figure 8? Figure 8 will change. Complexion will change. Would you still love the person? So many times, not all the time, when people just walk up to you, you see they say, because it's love at first sight. Actually, say they actually is loving the way you look that particular day. So when you take that cloth, that cosmetic, that makeup, that fragrance, that aroma of that perfume, and that body spray, and that roll on out, the next day, will they still love you? That you don't understand the difference between what you ordered from what you got. Only thing that lasts, that lasts what? Very well. That lasts a long time is character. That's what that lasts. Because character you don't get overnight. Character is who you are. Your makeup over time, by reason of the contribution of many factors to your destiny. Character. So character, that's why character is the foundation of destiny. It's the foundation. Character. If there is no integrity, you can't get it. Character. The lady was beautiful. You can see that the whole thing about that encounter was lost. You saw a woman bathing. From head to toe naked. You saw her. And you must say very beautiful. And guess what? Without reasoning. Listen, when you want to, how do I say this to you? As a lady, as a young man, if you see a girl, you see yourself. If you want to know whether you are in love, remove emotion from the front of your brain, put at the back of your head, and put reason in front. If that love can survive, the love is real. You hear what I said? David could not reason. You know what lust does? Lust removes reasoning. It will not allow you to think of the consequence. That if you do it now, what will it lead to? And that's what will it lead to in the generations to come. No, it will remove that. It will shut it down. It will just focus on the pleasure, in quote, the enjoyment of the moment. You can just, what lust does, lust makes sure that you don't see today. Only what? It will not have to reason tomorrow. That instant gratification. That's why maturity is the ability to delay gratification. I need this, but let me think about it first. If it is not right, I will not know what to do. But pleasure and love say, do it now. It feels good. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Then when you have done it, the consequence now start. That's when you now start performing quadratic, algebra, arithmetic question in your head after you have done it. But it is too late to turn the hands of the clock backward. Because there are some things, when you cross the line, you cannot say, let me cross back. Once you have crossed it. I'll give you an example. You know that 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. If you become born again, it will not change it again. Do you know what I said? So lost, make sure you focus on today. Leave tomorrow. Just look at it now. Just do it now. Just do it now. Just do it now. Just do it now. Lost. He looked at the woman. It was very beautiful. But this is the problem of lust. Apart from the fact that it suspends your reasoning and correct sense of judgment, lust leads to great destruction of destiny. This thing David did here with Bathsheba, are you aware that his children were also now promiscuous? That one of David's sons actually took David's concubine and took them to this same rooftop. David was alive. David's son slept with his father's wife on top of the same roof. You don't understand what I'm saying. Do you know what that means? The man is still alive. His wife, the women he has slept with, his children, a child of his, picked them and took them. He didn't sleep with them in a hotel or a brothel or in the room. He put them on the rooftop. and slept with his father's wife on top of the rooftop. Do you see how David ended? He fought battles outside, 66 battles. He won them. But the battle in his own house, he could not fight it. So it was great and mighty. But because of this issue, his own battles in his house, he could not fight it. Are you aware that David's children slept with themselves? Tamar, his brothers raped her. Can't you see? The seed of the father is not germinating the children. But lust will make sure that you don't see that. You don't think about that. Brother and sister slept together. You know why? David has started a generational battle. How did it come? By lust. By what? I will say something now. Please don't be offended. Just be corrected. Don't what? Yes. You see, there are some places should not be found. Once you are found there, things start going wrong. They start, one thing will lead to another. You say, I don't know how it happened. My brother, my sister, you know it happened. That place was avoidable. We talked about land of affliction. Am I correct? Last week. There's a land of what? Once you are there, you'll be afflicted. That's when Joshua wanted to heal a man. He said, let us go out of the city. He pulled the man. He said, this your miracle won't happen in the city. Oh. I will take you out of the city and perform this miracle. Because if you remain in this city, as long as this location is concerned, this miracle will not work. There are two things that hinders the miraculous move of God. The first one sometimes is location. Is what? Yes. Number two is lack of belief. Lack of or unbelief. Even concerning Jesus, as anointed as he was, holy Jesus, God said he could not perform miracles in his own hometown. Are you aware there's a way you live your life and it does not show you belief in the man of God that want to pray for you? Even if he prays for you, instead of healing, he will kill you. Wait, that's why I said, I don't know how you could do it. Oh. You speak against me, some of you. You still come bring your oil for anointing, to be anointed. I don't know how you do it. But you should understand who you are dealing with. I say, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. In fact, some of them, when the heart is not prickly there, they will not bring one small seed. So that, so that they can use to pacify their own emotion. The heart is flocked. After doing it and saying, they do not bring seed. I also know I'll collect the seed, I'll just smile. I say, God bless you. Pastoring is the hardest job. If you think I'm lying, go and start a church and gather people. Your BP will rise. BP will rise. And God not help you. Not going to have a wife who does not understand ministry. So, the environment matters. The land of affliction, where you are. Wait, I want to ask some of you that still go to beer parlor and drink palm wine. Or, I want to ask a question. That environment, is there anything about it that gives faith to you? Is there anything in that environment, you go and sit down in a beer parlor and drink palm wine? Of course, are you aware that once it's that kind of setting? Yes, I'm talking now. You're hearing me. Once it's that kind of setting, nobody says things that build of faith. When people gather together and they're feast on alcohol, 2-3 things come to play. You will tell me whether I'm lying or I'm saying it. Be sincere to yourself. Have you seen people gather drinking alcohol and they don't talk about women? That's one topic that is common. Maybe not all the time. Number two, have you seen people gather drinking alcohol and they don't speak about churches? Answer me. That's why when you start having a spouse, a husband, you start keeping late nights in joints. Just understand that your marriage is under attack. Because it will not come back as a normal human being. You know why? Because the world is changing his brain, his thoughts. How he views you, views marriage, views church. That's why if you like it, you can never be committed in church. You can never be committed in church. Because as they are there, as they what? Are you still in church? Or I should close. As they are there, obviously that environment, you will see one day we pass with one kind of waste. Our attention will move on the business that they want to discuss around, in quotes, around that bottle or that keg of palm wine. It will move to the day that just passed. If they don't initiate it, they are first to initiate it. And once the first initiate, they will contribute. You say, well, I don't know, I'm a Christian, I love my wife, I love God. Because of the environment. Because the kind of talk that go on. Because my children are here, our children are here, I'm going to say some things. You will not contribute. Gradually. You know erosion? You know how erosion works? You know erosion is the gradual getting away. Don't take me back to my Greek science I left years ago. It's the gradual getting away of the earth surface, the top layer of the soil surface. You are quiet. So as the rain is falling, gradually. One example I'll give to you, some of the examples in this street. If you go there now, it's gutter. The street is not a gutter. The whole street. You know why? Gradually. As rain is falling, he's removing sand. That sand is sand from somewhere else. So it's shifting the sand. Gradually be going. See what the scripture said. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. Take this down. I will dwell on this lust. And I will close for today. Galatians 5, verse 16. He said, walk in the spirit, that ye will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So the only way to handle lust is to walk what? In the spirit. 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 Walk in the spirit. James. That should be James chapter. Okay, that's Galatians 5, verse 16. In James chapter 1, verse 15. He said, when lust is conceived, when lust is what? Is conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And when it is finished bringing forth sin, the next thing will happen what? You will bring forth death. You will bring forth what? Look at what happened to David. This was the first murder that David committed in the Bible. This is the first murder. How did it start? It started what? With lust. It started what? Now, he looked at Uriah's wife and called her and slept with her. Follow me, oh. Follow me. David became a murderer through lust. Now, the woman sent message and said, oh God, that thing we did that day, result has come out, oh, I'm pregnant. They said, how do I cover? He said, forget the woman. Forget the husband. Let me send letter to Joab. Joab is the man who is the captain, the leader of the army, where Uriah, the husband of the woman, is serving. He said, Joab, send me Uriah. I want Uriah to come. Without telling Joab. Of course, know the army. Yes, sir. Obey before complain. Joab said, Uriah, go back home. The king wants to see you. Uriah came back and came to the king very serious. How is the battle? How everybody? Uriah said, yes. They said, okay. Take bushmeat. Special delicacy from the king. Let your heart be merry. Go back to your wife and rest. Of course, you know what the was that the husband will not sleep with the woman, so that even when 9 months, not when not the Bible. Now you don't want to study Bible, so that if you're not born, the man will not say, I don't sleep with you now. How come you have a child? You know, it will not be on record that the man came from battle. Are we talking? Am I talking to real people here? So guess what happened? The evil forces said, for where? How you going to graduate like that easily? Uriah don't go home. Uriah slept at the gate of the king with the servants. They gisted. They gisted with the soldiers in king's house. They gisted with the guard, the gateman. Gisted didn't go. The next day say, okay. Uriah didn't go home last night. They said, really? Call it for me. Uriah, you're supposed to go and rest now. You came from battle. You should go and rest. You'll be happy. That give you a day off. Uriah said, I will come to that. See, without knowledge. Uriah said, how can I go and sleep with my wife when the king's men, the ark is in battle? Uriah didn't understand that a play was going on. Uriah refused to go home to meet with the wife. It happened like 2-3 times. David now said, This is a stubborn fly that will follow the dead body into the grave. He wrote a letter. Uriah took the letter and took it to Joab in battle. What was the letter? That letter said that Joab, when you receive this letter from Uriah, please put Uriah in the hottest part of the battle. Then when the enemies come to attack, let everybody withdraw from Uriah. Only him will face them. And let him die. It was a short word. You see, murder, it has come now. It has what? But how did it start? Lost. This death brought great setback to Israel. That Nathan came and prophesied and said, choose out of these three evil. David, look, every of the evil will cause a lot of death. David now said, it's better I fall into the hands of the Lord. And God now chose for David. And for a certain period of time, people were dying in Israel. They were dying. Not just one death, to several deaths. So Uriah died, the first person, the first mother. The second one, that child of that pregnancy, the child was born, the child also. And David's reign began to shake. Just because of beautiful to look upon. Listen to me. There is no harmless sex. There's no one. It's never harmless. And there's no way you can cover up a sin. Lust will drown you very, very fast. Very what? Very fast. Others will do it, they will escape. But you will do it, you will not escape. Only once David slept with this woman, BAM! Became pregnant. Became pregnant, a chain reaction started. Mutations began to take place. As it became like a nuclear reaction. Began to take place. Uranium was introduced as a catalyst. It just began to happen until people began to die. How did it start? David in the wrong place, in the right place at the wrong time, and the spirit of lust took over. Do you know how many people have become paralyzed in destiny because of lust? That's why I told you, if you want to become great, forget lust. Focus on destiny. If it's not taking me forward, in fact, anything you cannot think about, don't do it. Because most times, if you can't reflect, you will act better. Lust is as powerful as anger. Alright? Once you add D to anger, it becomes danger. Lust. Let me say this to you. Nobody is too strong not to fall. You say, I'm very strong, I will not fall. Ask Peter. Joker said to him, you will deny me. Peter said, no. Even if you want to die, I will die with you. But one small girl, I will call her a damsel. Piro. You look like one of those who was with Jesus Christ. He said, Tufia quoi? Tufia? Me? Jesus? Is that a name of a sheep or a man? I don't know that name before. A whole Peter. Denied. He didn't know when. He just, hey! No. Don't say that again. What do I have to do with that criminal? That murderer? Don't associate my name with such criminal elements. Peter was vehement. You didn't know that it's not about the weapons of the flesh. Because the weapons of our warfare, they are not carnal. They are mighty to God. Not stronger. So nobody is too strong not to fall. If you find yourself in certain environment, you will fall, my brother. My sister, you will fall. So what you should do, you should avoid. You should have what? Avoid it. He said, no, I can't drink and be drunk. From 1 cup to 2 cup. From 2 cup to 1 keg. There are people today who finish 12 bottles. They started with half bottle. See, it's bitter. When you have not taken a cup before, it's very bitter. There is something I call the deception of the tongue. You see, if you study the tongue have 4 kinds of taste buds. There's one they call umami. All right, you don't know that. That's the fourth one. One of them you know is sour, bitter, and sweet. There's the fourth one. Now, the tongue, the bitter part of your taste bud is not in the front of your tongue, it's at the back of the tongue. So you can actually put something bitter in your mouth. Initially, you will not feel it's bitter. It's when you now want to, you know, and then it's too late already. Are you getting me now? It's deception. It's deception. See, just take the first one. You take the bitter, the beer will be bitter. It's almost throw up. But gradually, Lucifer become the devil. The serpent in Revelation, in Genesis, become a dragon in Revelation. You begin to adapt to it. You know, Mr. Najadi? Genesis 1. They teach people. Irritability. Adaptability. The human can adapt. That's why you can see a pastor can become a prostitute. You don't say I can never fall. My sister, you can fall. Avoid certain things. That's only when you not fall. Look at David. David is not a murderer. Somebody that God said I love him is after my heart. Is now what? First blood on his hand, second blood, third blood was on his hands. Blood started spilling. David was not a murderer. Somebody who grew up, loved God, wrote Psalms, greatly beloved of God. Somebody that God chose instead of Saul. Look at David now. David is not shedding blood. People are dying. How did it start? Lust was conceived. Then he brought forth sin. Then sin led to death. Stand to your feet. Lift your hands to heaven and ask God for grace to keep you from falling. Ask for grace to keep you from falling. Ask for grace to keep you from falling. Ask for grace. I can't hear you. To keep you from falling. Grace to keep you from falling. There is nobody who cannot fall. Eyala barre katuse keteleo. Ayala bra. I can't hear you. Ki kotoso na 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 na. Grace peliana loso koto paradaya. Ayofi la kase. Imo la braka sataba. Shela rekoto koto yo. Iya la brasa katapala. Eye ketelo mandala bala. Gresi polere. Le rekatapele katapaya. Eya la brako shedele ketepele. Shiele sofra nanana. We parata soke. We pioteke ya laba. Ezi vale ya la tata. Si paracasio. We palacatiato rosekete. La bracata pasi koto koroko soko. Eya le grese kete pelekete. Lega pasi palana. Rosekrena brandaya. Isha fete kalaman sopa. Le rekete kalakatio pala. In Jesus' name.